20-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
Rodgers on first down. And Marlon Humphrey is there, and he picks it off. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over first and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Now, Jackson. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Jackson now on second down. He's got his big target. That's Isaiah Likely. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Oh, the handoff. It's Henry.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier, taken down at the 11-yard line.
Here's second and 6.
Second and 6.
Jackson looking to throw. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
6 yards to go.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Moving outside the pocket. That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Ravens. Some play by the quarterback. He got flushed by the rush, but Greg made the right choice and ends up with a touchdown pass.
The question always is for these quarterbacks, Mike, in this situation, how long does he remain a passer, or then does he just tuck it down and become a runner? I think he does this perfectly, extends the play as long as possible, gives time for his receiver to uncover, and results in a touchdown.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. He'll start this on the ground with Waller. Not much there, maybe a yard.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. Broderick Jones, the former first-round pick, guilty that time. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Third and long. Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. They're indeed going. It's Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on fourth and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. Jackson now to throw on first down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I don't think this lead is insurmountable by any means, Mike, but they're going to have to find a way to take advantage of some of these possessions as they try to close this game out.
Second and 10.
No, we changed it.
Throwing Jackson. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Steelers are going to take possession at their own 3-yard line.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
That is on the 4-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
It is second and 9. Rodgers now. And that is incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
On third down, Rodgers. Time for the deep shot, looking for Thielen. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 37 yards.
First and 10 at the 40.
Set to go now on first and 10. Here's Rodgers. Out to his right. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll be forced out of bounds and pick up a couple on that one.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
From the gun, Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. It's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow, so that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
3rd and 7. Rodgers. That's caught. Right side. It's fire move. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. 15 yards on the catch and run for the first down.
1st and 10.
50. Hey, you block over here.
Throwing, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. They try to sneak a deep ball in there to wrap up the quarter, but time has expired, and the 3rd has come to an end. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To the air once more. It's Rodgers. Rolling to the left. He runs with it. And he'll get only about 3 before being ridden out of bounds.
Well done here by the quarterback, realizing quickly in his progression that there's going to be nowhere to deliver the ball, but there was some space to pick some yards up with his feet. He's able to get out of bounds, picking up some positive yardage to make it a shorter 3rd down attempt.
A throw left side, taken in by Thielen. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass. 2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Jalen Warren, touchdown Steelers. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Here comes Mitchell from his end zone. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground with Henry. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. It's a big-time play to secure that one.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but it's out of bounds, says the official who was right there. Not the most accurate pass. It's incomplete, and it's 2nd down.
Hey, middle.
Lamar going to work from the pistol. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. The linebacker, Alex Highsmith, in there for a loss of 5 on the sack. And now it's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Going up top and looking for Andrews. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Report.
And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. Defense has to play smart, avoid a penalty on 4th and long.
We change it.
In the shotgun, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
And what a stop by this defense. They know the opposing offense has to go for it right now. There's not enough time for them to get the ball back and get another crack at it. They're trying to get in field goal range, and what a 4th down stop to all but end this game.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. Play fake. It's Rodgers. Pass taken in by Johnson. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Rodgers on 3rd and 2. That is hot. What a throw.
All anybody's ever said about me. And yeah, I like to cut loose too. You might think I chose this way of living now, but it chose me. You can hear me coming with a 6-2 humming, Guns N' Roses bumping through a 12 in the floor. I don't need me nothing but a spot out in the country. I smile when they say that I ain't me anymore. Ain't a thing changed round here but the money. You try to mix it up, but let me tell you something. Same in my Dixie, same rowdy bunch with me. I'll be laid up in the dirt before you ever take it from me. So take the boy out the truck, take the boy out the mud, put him up in a PJ, he'll still try to get them 40 stuck. So show up now. And I've been from New York to LA and every place in between, but they don't do it like we do it in my hometown. 'Cause ain't a thing changed round here.
Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're underway from the bank. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game.
So I'm staying this side, show you and I take a poop. Like too hot. I see a bunch of mean guys in the bandana tie. Don't let the west side give me side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. I ain't surprised to ride the killer vibe. Probably the reason you die trying to feel alive, but I'm incentivized by in the thighs. Gripping on it like I'm picking a prize. Hit the crib with a collide, but really ain't tripping. We can get it right.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Got away from one, but that only buys enough space for him to get back to the line, Brock. It's 2nd down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Lamar now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Working quickly here. First down, here's Lamar. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. He does it! Touchdown, Baltimore! The Ravens take a 6-0 lead right away. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Here's Tyler Luke now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Steelers nothing.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. That's to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
It's a gain of 20. And the Steelers first down.
Trying an inside give to Warren. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. It's caught right side by Freiermuth. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Steelers have a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Now it'll be caught by Adam Thielen. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. So 20 yards on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 13.
In the red zone now. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Gets this one to Freiermuth. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers finish off their opening drive. Pat Freiermuth, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Steelers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he'll decide to pass on the return here and take the touchback instead.
At their own 35-yard line.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Play action now with Jackson. He rolls to his right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
180.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. He was looking for Mark Andrews. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Jackson now on 3rd. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
Okay, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
Lamar throwing again. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs. All set to go now from the 35. On 1st down, Warren. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. It's 16 yards on that play. And the Steelers have a first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
From the red zone on first. We've got a screen to the running back. He's out of bounds. Looks like right around the 5-yard line, partner. So they're going to be set up with first and goal.
With that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. First and goal here. Warren running between the tackles. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
At the 2-yard line, a gain of 3 brings up second and goal.
That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to the bank in just a moment. It's Steelers ball as we return for the second, and they have to be thinking points here. Back to Warren. And this time he gets in for the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers take a second quarter lead. Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Ravens 7.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Ravens in very good field position as they come up first and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Complete Derrick Henry. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. But you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
First and 10. Here's Jackson. On the move, headed right. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Steelers get it back after a marvelous defensive effort. He steps in front and picks it off. Looked like he missed the spot there, partner. Maybe because he threw it on the run?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case, Kate. You know, you get set in the pocket. This game is fast anyway. Things are flying, but once you get on the run, it is a whole nother speed and really becomes advantage defense as they take it away.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Rodgers going to throw here, third down. That's caught for the first. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. He picks up 28 on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh. They go with Warren on the run. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Rodgers from the gun. Completed to his running back. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
It's a gain of 2.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
2 yards on the play.
Hey, I'm just not seeing your message. This ain't no $100 game, bro. You didn't confirm it from the jump.
Stadium coming up.
I paused the game to ask you over.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up second down. You never want to overlook those Mike backers when you're throwing short, Brock. So often it's those guys and not the corners or the safeties that are going to be the ones in there breaking those up.
Yeah, and so often these linebackers of today, these middle linebackers, are just oversized safeties. They can really run and play the ball as he just did.
He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
It's Warren on 3rd down. Shoves him off. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers grow their lead just before halftime. Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers double their lead to 14.
Ravens 7. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Chooses to bring this one out. This makes it up to the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. From the gun, Jackson. This one falls incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the one he was looking for. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards to reset the downs. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Going for it on their own side, Brock. Okay, bold call, but they only need a yard.
No, we change it.
On 4th down, snap to Jackson. Has his man, it's cut by Andrews. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he set out. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down and a drive a lot of us thought had stalled out. He's going to carry on.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
1st down throw for Jackson. Oh, this big guy is moving. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
So after that big play, Brock, they need just that final yard here on 1st and goal. This one's set up for Lamar. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Ravens make it a 1-score game before halftime. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Wow, Brock, hard to imagine a more effective play in their entire playbook for that particular spot right there.
You know, you get in this red zone, Kate, you want the ball in the hands of the guys you do trust the most to score. In a lot of cases, well, you trust your quarterback, and all he did was add to that trust.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down.
1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Throw complete to Thielen. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down throw here by Rodgers. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens might be able to get some points late after the interception.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Now he'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. So they let first down stand since it worked out well for him. The penalty declined. That brings up 2nd and 10. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Johnson with a return here. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. A run for Warren here to start the 3rd. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Caught by Warren out of the backfield. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league. What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Throw here, 3rd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up 4th and long. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down.
But once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running room. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Escapes the pocket. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I gotta believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Turning to Henry on third. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's good for a Ravens first down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Lamar off the play fake. Buying some time right. Taking a chance to the end zone. And oh, he got it! Interception!
You know, Kay, we've worked long enough together. You know exactly what I was saying to our producer and talkback. Circle that play. That could be the play we come back to when this game's all said and done and say it's a turning point play. You hate picks in the end zone, and you hate them in the second half.
They'll start the drive with Warren. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. It's caught. That's Thielen. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
This is Warren, headed right. Makes a cut. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Steelers have a first down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. Just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
First and 10 from the 43. Warren once more. Again, he's got room. And he stopped, so that's going to take us to the end of the third. This is the end of the third quarter. It's the Steelers with the ball. They are leading, but not by a lot. New set of downs for him from the 31. First down, and they go right back to it. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Thielen's got it. It's complete. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's another Steelers first down.
From the red zone now. They did it! He made the interception! Picked off. That's Teddy Buchanan. And the Ravens have some new life in the fourth. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Lamar now from the gun. Forced out to his right. Now he takes it. And they're going to catch him right as he gets this to the 30. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
And he picks up a good chunk of yards here. Looks to be about 7. He's up to the 37.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Changing it up here, Jackson. The left side caught by Andrews. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got first and 10. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens down by 7. From the 40-yard line now, this is first and 10. Out of the gun, Henry. They're backed up. Not a stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
He's taken down. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down. Now to throw. Brought in inside the 20. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up.
Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
From the gun, a run for Henry. That's some decent running there. Gets him 4. It's going to be second down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Back to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And it's not over yet. They score here in the final minutes, and now they can tie or even win this game right here. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
They're lining up for 2. This is for the lead and potentially the win.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point.
Setting up to pass. And this is caught. Oh, he gets them 2 points, and with those, they've got the lead.
Ravens 22, Steelers 21.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And this is going to be a touchback, Brock, so we'll see what they decide to do with the final seconds they've got left here.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, first and 10. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it, first and 10. Here he is to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And with 4 seconds remaining, they're going to take a timeout. An entire stadium of pressure now on Chris Boswell. This is a 42-yard look from the left hash. That one is good! And barring the unexpected, that's going to be your game winner.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Boswell on to send this away. So no return this time. This is going to go for a touchback, Brock. Let's see what they do with this final snap. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens set it up 1st and 10. Here he goes, one final shot. Chased out to his right. Trying to push deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And it took everybody at the end. First to set up that field goal, and then for him to go out and win it with that accurate kick. It wasn't a dominating win by any means, partner, but a great show of resiliency to fight back and steal it away. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Baltimore.
You heard about a man, the lift controller, the lever king. I told you, hop in and let the journey begin. Straight and shiny place, let you someone for all his face. So full of place,